I think the new propeller is touching the engine cowling and possibly burning a hole in it. Got a little bit of a smell. Good morning, guys. Been a little while since I have flown the Highlander. Been in condition inspection for about 2 months now, and just got it back on Friday. So going out to test everything. So a couple things they found. One, there was a pretty good size leak in the exhaust, so that's never good to have possible carbon monoxide going into your cabin. Another thing that they found were a couple nicks on the propeller. So talked to Duke and talked to Chris at Stole It, and just decided that is not safe. So put the old Kiev prop back on, and so I'm going to test it out today. I think one of the major differences between the Duke and the Kiev is the top end speed, but hopefully the Kiev gets a little bit more thrust on takeoff. So I'm going to test that out, do a couple takeoffs and landings. See how short I can get off and land. So, like I said, going to go do some takeoffs and landings. Probably go test out top end speed, see how this propeller does. All right, here we go. That's pretty nice. Alright, so I do have one squawk. I think the new propeller is touching the engine cowling and possibly burning a hole in it. Got a little bit of a smell. I smelled it the other day. I thought maybe it was just the new muffler. What's going on, guys? I was out here yesterday testing out the plane after condition inspection and realized the exhaust is touching the engine cowling. So it made a little bit of a damage on the engine cowling. Figure out how to fix that. I think it's made out of fiberglass, but bigger problem was the new exhaust pipe sticks out much farther than the other side exhaust pipe. So it is too close to the engine cowling. So I took some Kevlar, or basically heat wrap, and wrapped it around the exhaust pipe, hopefully to give it some protection. If in case the engine cowling touches the exhaust or gets too close to the exhaust, it should protect it. It provides a bit of a heat shield from the engine cowling. So we'll see how that works. definitely can smell that chemically smell. It's like the paint of the engine cowling burning. So, definitely going to have to find a new solution.
What's going on, guys? As I said the other day, having some issues with my exhaust. It looks like the new exhaust that they made is a little bit too wide, so I'm gonna have to take it off and send it back and have them fix it. So here is the temperature probe for the EGTs. Took the exhaust pipe out here, goes down into the actual exhaust.
What's going on, guys? I'm finally back in the Highlander. Been through a little bit of a saga the last couple months. I took the Highlander in at the end of September to do a condition inspection, and they found an exhaust leak. So we got to replace the exhaust, and that took about 2 months because these exhausts really aren't standard. So every exhaust is a little bit different, and you basically weld it for your airplane, for your Rotax engine. And so anyway, the shop that I was using reached out to Billy at Plain Fun, and he was able to weld up a new one, send it back to me. And the challenge with that is, without having the airplane, without having the engine cowling, it's really hard for him to know what works. So he sent back a new exhaust, and it was a little bit too wide for the engine cowling. So when I got the airplane back and started flying it home, I smelled a funny smell, and then when I got back to Spicewood, I realized that the exhaust was burning my engine cowling. It almost burned a hole through the engine cowling. So, been through a little bit of an ordeal. Luckily, Billy was able to fix it, so I shipped the exhaust back out to him and shipped the old exhaust with it so he could kind of model it after the old one. And it looks like we're in pretty good shape now. So, I'm headed out to Fredericksburg to have a guy named Tom help me redo the fiberglass. It's only really a little kind of speck, but it's on the outside and kind of bubbled the paint, and it's actually looks a little bit burned. But he's gonna repair all that for me and repaint it while I'm traveling. This will probably be my last flight of 2023 because we are headed to Utah in a couple days, and we're gonna be out there for about 3 weeks. I'm an avid skier, if I have never mentioned it before. So we're going to head out and hit all the Icon Pass resorts near Salt Lake City. They just added Snow Basin to it, so we're going to hit Snow Basin first, and then we're going to go down to the Cottonwoods. Do the Cottonwoods. We'll probably do Deer Valley a day or two as well. So getting a lot of skiing. Going to go 88 Romeo to Tango 82. I am not going to take a direct route though, because I'm going to go have a little bit of fun. Alright, we're warmed up. Let's get this show on the road.
Spicewood traffic, white experimental departing runway 17 grass, Spicewood.
Looks like a little bit more water is flowing, actually. Maybe the recent rains have helped.
Well, made it back to Spicewood safely. Dropped off the cowling in Fredericksburg and flew back. As you can see here, the new exhaust is definitely further inside the manifold there, so it's not hitting the cowling. Tom's gonna get it all cleaned up and get it back to me when I get back from skiing. So with that, guys, I'm gonna sign off and I'll see y'all in the next video.